Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. And hello, everyone. I am what? I don't know what I did, Lauren, that you're trying to shame me for right now, but it's okay. Um um do now you've thrown me off my groove, Lauren. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Tommy. Back to you.
Hello and welcome everyone to Come As You Are, a Things from the Flood mini campaign. Thank you all for joining us today. Now I'm still working on getting used
Just
to
smile
streaming
and wave,
tabletop
boys.
RPGs.
Smile and wave.
So let me know if there are any audio video issues, if I need to raise anyone's volume. Please let me know. That would be much appreciated. But I'm super excited to play. I've been wanting to try out the system since I got the PDFs for it a while back. I love Tales from the Loop, and and I'm so excited to be able to play it with you all. So why don't we go around our little virtual tabletop here and introduce ourselves and our characters. Let's start with Lauren to my right.
I love going first. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm that salty ginger over on Twitter. I use she, her pronouns. And today I'm playing Turquoise Guthrie, and I totally know all the things that I've written down about her. She's something. You'd think I would have written down the archetype. The Seeker? That sounds right. I don't know. Imagine young Feruza Balk meets Stevie Nicks, but she's 17. And she is the younger sister of Kiana's character, Chris. How'd you like that, Tommy?
That was great. 1 second.
No expletives.
Cameras did something interesting, so I'm just gonna.
That's why I don't go first.
I'm just trying out camera. While we're doing that, Mal, if you wanted to introduce yourself, please.
Sure, I can do that. I'm Mal. You can find me on Twitter at Mal Hidale. I'll be playing Abraham Abe Palmer. He doesn't understand emotions, and other than that, you can find me on Scraticus Academy every Tuesday playing Call of Cthulhu. It's amazing, and my character is totally insane already. It's great.
Perfect. I mean, that's what we're all here for, the insanity. Kiana.
Hello, I'm super excited to be playing this. I'm Kiana. I go by she, they pronouns, and I will be playing Crystal, or Chris, as she prefers to be called. She goes by she, her, who is the Motorhead and is the older sister of Turquoise. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we shall see. And certainly not last but not least, I know words, I know phrases. We're good. I will paint you all beautiful word pictures in a moment. Until then, please stick with me. Allison.
Hey, Tommy. Hey, everybody. It's Allison. I am playing. I'm playing Jen Beckett, who is the jock archetype, and is a friend of the Guthries, a senior, and trying to become captain of the swim team.
Yes. I'm Tommy. Hi, I know who I am. Compared to Pingo on Twitter Sphere, I will be your unreliable narrator today, as we attempt to weave our little story here. So we are playing in Things from the Flood system. It's a sequel to the Tales from the Loop system that came out a few years back, meant to create stories about teens in the 90s that never were. It's based on the Tales from the Loop universe by Simon Stollenhag. I'm probably gonna mispronounce some names here. Yeah, just roll with me. It's designed by Niels Heinz and published by Fria Ligan, which I think is Free League if you translate it right. That's what they call it in English. Things from the Flood operates on a few guiding principles. Everything changes, everything falls apart. Everyday life is full of demands, boredom, and conflict. The mysteries are exciting but dangerous, and only you can stop them. You are neither kids nor adults, somewhere in between. The game is played scene by scene, and the world is described collaboratively. This is one of my favorite systems. I just really sort of love all the sort of nostalgia that you really get with this. It's a pretty simple D6 system. You basically roll a number of D6s equal to a attribute level plus a skill level plus any relevant bonuses. If you roll any sixes, you succeed on whatever it is you were trying to do. You fail, well, we'll talk about what happens when you fail. When that happens. Our game is set in Washington State in the fictional town of Kanaskat near the Cascade Loop, the second largest hadron collider in the world. Now, before we begin, I like to always mention that we use safety tools on this channel. Safety tools on this channel as a way of making sure that everyone feels safe and comfortable at the table, even as we sort of push the boundaries of our themes and topics that we'll cover and discuss and put our teens into. The most important goal at the table is to make sure that everyone has fun and enjoys the game. If you're interested in finding out more, I believe there's a link on your postie, Kiana, on your Twitter
I also
feed.
just put it in the chat.
Perfect, thank you. I will make sure to have that as a command by next time. And also, we have the lovely Kiana here who did help write them. And with that, why don't we get into the game? Welcome to Kanaskat, small, idyllic town in the foothills of Mount Rainier, set along the rushing waters of the Green River. Originally serving as a small railway depot, Kanaskat grew to what it is today in the 50s, during the construction of the Howard A. Hansen Dam, and subsequently the Cascade Loop. Thanks to the research done by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA for short, at the Cascade Loop Research Facility, Kanaskat is at the forefront of technological advances and integration. Human and robot work side by side in a perfect symbiotic relationship. Just outside town, Boeing has established the Boeing Magnetrine Research and Design Facility, a collaboration with DARPA where the most state-of-the-art Magnetrine ships are created. And of course, there's the local Kanaskat Palmer State Park, which serves as a paragon of conservation and environmental responsibility. Take a walk through the winding trails, picnic along the banks of the Green River, or, if you're looking for something a little more daring, traverse the rapids on our expert-level rafting and kayaking courses in the Green River Gorges. Just remember, the raptors are more scared of you than you are of them. Please enjoy your visit to Kanaskat. So, the date is Friday, September 18th. It is one of the few nice fall days in Washington, where the sun is shining and the air is cool and brisk. What leafed trees there are have turned color and begun to drop their foliage all around. School has been in session for a little over 2 weeks now, and everybody's settling back into the swing of school life. So let us begin by observing the morning routines of our teens. Ooh, I did not think that one through. Jen, I have a feeling you're probably the earliest riser of our group here due to your athletic obligations at school on the swim team. What does Friday morning look like for you?
Friday morning starts at probably about 5:30. I'm really deep into training for this swim season now. And so that means morning practices and afternoon practices. And on mornings like today, when it's brisk and dry, I like to ride my bike. So I'm up at 5:30. It's still kind of dark, but I know all of the safe roads and trails to get to school. And before most of my classmates are awake, I'm in the pool swimming laps.
Mm-hmm. And it's an indoor pool. It rains too much in Washington to not have an indoor pool. Pretty nice facilities at Kanaskat, since the sort of the Cascade Loop sort of really brings in the government money in the area, and there's a bit of tourism, so Kanaskat's doing pretty okay for itself. You arrive at the pool, and of course, your coach, Mindy Kim, is there, and she's sort of like stretching by the pool, waiting for everyone to arrive. You're the first that's there. Good morning, Jen. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Coach. Doing all right. And I'm kind of pushing my hair up under my swim cap and pulling it down. What's the workout today?
Well, the usual. We don't have a meet for a couple weeks now, but it's always good to make sure we're staying in shape. We're going to start with a basic, easy free swim. Let's say 20 laps free swim is a good warm up, and then we'll move on from there. What events does Jen typically participate in?
She's kind of good all around, but her favorite event is butterfly.
And she'll be like, we'll certainly be setting some time aside later for you to work on your butterfly stroke. Have you thought about the captain spot?
Yeah, I haven't thought about much else. You know, I bugged you about it all summer, so.
Well, it's not just me that you're going to have to convince. While I will make the final call, you're going to have to, make sure that the team is behind you on that as well. Amber has also been chatting my ear off about the captain spot.
Yeah, I'm sure she has. All right.
And your teammates start to show up one by one. It's not a big team. It's not a big school. Kanaskat, Palmer, Middle High, as it is not a large school. Kanaskat itself is not particularly large either, maybe about 6,000 to 7,000 people. There's about 100 kids per grade here. So you're probably looking at a swim team that's maybe somewhere around like 15 to 20 kids. For the women's side, at least. The men's team as well shows up, although they seem to be a little bit later. They're not nearly as well accoladed as the women's team here, so they're a little bit more lackadaisical when it comes to their practices. And you see your swim team rival show up, chatting with several of her friends. Amber, pull this off my head. Amber Martin.
Yeah.
What does Amber Martin look like?
Yeah, she's really pretty. She's a little bit shorter than I am. I'm kind of tall. I'm 5'6". So she's a little shorter than I am. She has long, really dark hair. And The only time you ever see her without makeup is when she's at the pool.
Amber sort of draws near and is getting ready to jump in the pool as well, and she eventually draws near and she looks at you up and down. You been putting on a little weight recently, Jen? Drag you a little bit more resistance down there when you're swimming?
I don't think so, Amber.
Kind of looks like it.
Well, let's just see about resistance. How does that sound? And I
Fine.
kind of pose down to dive off the block when the whistle blows.
Yeah. Are you trying to, at this moment, beat Amber in the first sort of like heat that you're going to be running here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to have our first roll. So this is going to be body and force, which is to fight, endure physical stress, and lift or push heavy things. So I think this is appropriate. I think you can just hit the dice button next to force down there and it should roll everything. Zero
no
successes. So in this game, there are ways to re-roll. You can push yourself, in which you would get a re-roll, but you would also mark a condition. Conditions are cumulative -1s to the amount of dice you roll until you get your conditions healed through certain scenes or interactions. We'll go over those when we sort of want to talk about that. You can also use your shame, the thing that sort of like the problem you have that's not easily solved, to gain an auto success. Would you like to do that, either of those here?
I'd like to push it, I think.
Okay. So what condition would you like to mark? It can be upset, scared, exhausted, or injured.
I think I will mark. I think I'll mark exhausted if I.
Yeah. After
Yeah.
pushing yourself. All right. So re-roll that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, still.
Yeah.
Man.
I think you get to the end of the pool and Amber's already and it's not by extraordinary length. It's maybe like a couple milliseconds. And Amber sort of pops out of the water and is treading water and looks over you with a grin on her face. You may really want to check that out. It does seem like there was a bit more drag today on you. I don't know if that's, I don't know if you can't take care of yourself, I don't know if that's team captain material.
I just shake my head and push myself up off of the wall and back around to the other side for the rest of warm-ups. I'm totally ignoring her at this point.
You go through the rest of practice and Mindy's aware of sort of the sort of relationship between you and Amber. She's aware. But Amber hasn't done anything that's, too untoward at the moment yet. And honestly believes that that's something y'all got to work out yourself. And Amber sort of throws jabs at you every now and then during practice. She is her main event is breaststroke, so you're not competing when it comes to your main strokes, but she'll when you're doing your training for butterfly, she'll sit by the side and just sort of like, you can see her whispering to some of her lackeys, probably nothing nice, as they sort of all look at you.
And when I'm not in the pool, I'm cheering for my teammates and cheering them on and pushing them. And even with Amber, I wouldn't at least want to look like I was treating her differently or unfairly.
And you go through practice, and eventually get out and head to the shower rooms to prepare for the school day, which starts about, I don't remember what time school, like 8:30, let's say. And once you come out of the locker room, your coach is there, Coach Mindy, and she says, Jen, I just got a call from the office. They said that there's someone on the phone for you. Something sounds like some sort of recruiter for college. Maybe a scholarship talk if they're on the school.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Thanks, Coach. I'll see you later. And I'm like running, dodging back and forth between kids and trying to get to the office.
Yeah. And you arrive at the office, and kids are, so it's still a little while before school starts. It's maybe like 8 a.m. at this point, 8:10. But kids are starting to trickle in as you dash across the quad and, sort of the open grounds of the school. And you arrive at the main office. There is, sitting behind the desk, is the school secretary, Roman Baxter. Mid-20s, sort of swept back blonde hair, really good looking. Half the school either has or has had a crush on him at some point. And he's filing some paperwork, and he looks up. Oh yes, Jen, there's a call for you on our phone, on our line. A little. Didn't know that colleges called schools, but you are muted.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Baxter. As fast as I can. And I'm still kind of breathing heavy when I pick up the phone. Hello?
So you don't hear anything for a moment. And then you hear, sorry, I messed that up. One sec. Is your refrigerator running?
I'm sorry?
Is your refrigerator running?
Who is this? I don't even know what you're talking about.
You should perhaps go and catch it. And then the line goes dead.
She just stands there for a minute and then hands the phone back to Baxter. And she just kind of walks out of the office.
Didn't go as okay. As you sort of stalk out. And I think that's where we're gonna leave Jen for the moment. What's the morning like at the Guthrie household?
I think Chris gets up first. Mostly so that she can have some time working on her motorcycle in the garage. But yeah, I think that, and also she knows that there's that thing with siblings where you have to figure out like who uses the bathroom when situation. So she's just accepted that she's going to get up earlier so she can do it first. Yeah. So, and probably at some point we'll like peek her head into Turquoise's room and make sure that, she's up, ready to go. Yeah, so it's probably the hey,
What?
We got to leave in like 15.
Okay.
Right. And I think Chris already had like a grease stain on her face
Mhm.
that she hadn't noticed yet because
Chris.
she already went to get
Chris.
ready for the day.
Chris.
Yeah. What?
Here. Come here.
Okay.
Come here.
Uh-huh.
Come closer.
Yeah. Getting closer.
How
What?
close are you right now?
If you lifted up the blanket, you'd be able to see that I'm like right. And I think Chris just like onto her, like blanketed form.
And Turquoise licks her thumb and then gets the smudge off.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. 15. Otherwise, you're not getting a ride with me.
Now, you have both your parents.
No, we only have our mom.
So your mom calls out from down. Hey, kids, it's time for breakfast. You gotta leave soon.
You know.
She sounds like she's in a sitcom. Maybe she's possessed, and Turquoise like reaches to her bedside table and just grabs a big ol' sage stick. We have to get that demon out of her, Chris.
I'm sure it's not a demon.
It might be. We should probably just sage the whole house before we go.
Set off the smoke alarms again.
Then we wouldn't have to go to school right away.
It's been literally, what, second or third week?
It's so boring.
I know, but like, there's only so much that I could be like, hi, yes, we are. Yes, I know that Turquoise isn't at school. This is the reason why.
But we're
Other
so
than
good at it. You sound just like Mom. You're welcome.
15 minutes.
It's definitely at least 13 by now.
Yes, okay. 13 minutes. Get your butt out of bed.
Okay.
You both hear the phone ring throughout the house, and this is the 90s where you had sort of home phones plugged in your little ports in the wall.
Yeah,
And,
Tommy, did you?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much.
So did I.
And you all can remember a time where the phone would go off throughout the whole house. They're all connected to the same line. And you hear from downstairs, Chris, can you get the phone, please? I'm a bit busy here with your breakfast, which is getting cold.
Yep, okay. So, run out.
And there's a phone in the upstairs hallway. You've got one of those little tables, right?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of knickknacks and shit on it too.
Mhm.
Probably like a couple of spare screwdrivers that Chris had put down at some point and never picked up.
Yeah, and your mom keeps telling you to pick up after yourself because you're getting grease all over her nice doilies.
Sometimes you just need to fix the phone.
I'm gonna walk out, follow behind Chris, and grab my like lighter that I always have and just light the tip of the sage and just follow her.
And you go and you grab the phone. And
Can I ask a question?
sure.
Does Sage have like just whatever, or wow, I can talk. Does Turquoise just have whatever like Bic lighter she can get at the gas station, or does she have like a nice lighter?
I just got a cool lighter.
So something like this.
Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna do that.
I think it's like Turquoise is probably like Chris is
Just
like
curious.
waving her hands to like sort of like to wave off the smoke or put out the sage.
No.
And you answer the phone, and it's silent for a moment.
Hello?
This is the Guthrie household.
Yeah, I've got the phone. Turquoise, it's just cool. It's good.
Is your refrigerator running?
What'd they say?
And cover. Is the refrigerator running?
That's a...
Just like put the phone back up. Yes?
Then perhaps you should go catch it. And the line goes dead.
I think Chris just puts it down.
Who was it?
I don't know.
We'll
Weird.
call him back.
I don't want to call them back.
I do.
Some
Can
weird.
it's not star 69. It's something else.
God, it was
Like, is it star 67? I don't know.
It was one of the two of those. It was totally one.
We'll call it star 69 just for the memes.
Great. You know what? Star 69 is ass.
Apparently it is star 69.
Sweet. Let's do it.
Doo-doo-doo. This line has been disconnected.
That's weird.
It's pretty sure some weird prank call at 8:20 in the morning. That's weird.
Oh shit. We gotta leave in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we do. Come on.
Okay. I run off to get a treat.
You head, Chris, do you head downstairs?
Yep. Heading downstairs.
Yeah, you head downstairs, and first thing you see is your mother at the stove, sort of keeping some food warm for you. It's pretty simple: eggs and bacon and some toast. And you look around, and you don't notice it at first, but then it becomes glaringly obvious. Your refrigerator's not there.
I think Chris just like stops in the middle of probably like putting eggs and bacon on toast. It's just like, oh my God, are you actually serious?
What's that, dear?
Mom, there's... I feel like there's something missing in the kitchen.
Sort of looks around. Oh, must have... Sort of looks confused for a moment. I think the refrigerator repairman showed up and took the fridge earlier.
They usually don't take the... I could have fixed it if there was a problem, and I think she's gonna head outside with her toast in one hand to see if, like, there's any traces of a refrigerator repair truck or something like that.
Yeah, can you make me an investigate roll, please?
Okay. Investigate. That's 0 successes.
Would you like to push yourself on this, or use your auto success for this moment?
No, I think that she's just gonna poke her head outside.
Yeah, no sign of the fridge. No sign of any refrigerator repairman either.
Do I see, like from the upper floor window, can I see Chris outside?
Probably. I imagine you have one of those basic 2-story houses that people lived in the cul-de-sacs of Washington during the time. Front lawn, little driveway.
Chris.
Yeah, what?
Is that bacon?
Yes, and it's going cold, and you should eat it before we have to leave it.
No, you should not eat bacon.
You need to eat something.
When you eat meat, you ingest the animal's fear. So all you're doing, like, is eating that fear. When you're scared, like, there are all these chemicals released in your body, and that's what happens to animals.
Okay, we'll leave you in 6. Come on, you gotta eat something.
You're just... Don't eat bacon. I'm going to come downstairs in my like long, like scoop necked black dress with like bell sleeves, and there's like a jacket over it that's definitely got some kind of flannel going on. My boots, my black lipstick, my like little wiry choker thing, and we're ready to go.
All right. Do you stop by the kitchen for breakfast?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some toast.
Okay. Can you make me an investigate check,
Yes.
please, to see if you even notice if the fridge is gone in your very tired state?
Hey.
That is 2 successes.
Hi. Hello,
So-
everyone.
So you do notice the refrigerator is conspicuously missing. Now with investigate does allow you to ask questions. Let me pull up the exact thing here. Investigate. That's not investigate. Investigate. This is the ability to find hidden objects, understand clues, break puzzles, or survey a place or situation. You get to ask 2 of these questions, and since you got an additional success, you can ask 1 additional question and get +1 on 1 roll when you use this information. So the questions are, what is hidden here and where is it? What does it mean? What has happened here? How can I get into / out of / past something? What threats can I perceive here? And where is it?
So I'm going to choose this question, assuming that you're not going to give me like the literal answer of like the refrigerator's gone. What has happened here?
So you look around and you look on the you look around and you look where the space is, and you notice that some of the hosing and some of the like the the electrical plug has been sort of like it looks as if something was suddenly ripped out of the electrical plug. And then you look at the ground and you notice that there are skid marks that one might associate with someone moving something very heavy. But with these skid marks, there are divots in these skid marks, as if someone were digging into the ground with each of these skid marks. And someone had a very difficult time moving this fridge. And you look at your door and there's a little this is small town Washington State. Not everyone locks their doors here. It looks fairly normal, but you notice that it's ever so slightly just as if someone had pushed it open with great force. So it's like just slightly, you can see that sort of scuff and like a little bit of breakage on the wood of the door. And it can't be possible, but it almost looks like as if something very large and rectangular had wiggled itself forward and through your door.
Mom, does that look weird to you?
What is that, honey? Why are you still here? You have class.
Mom.
What?
Okay, so like in Turquoise's head, what she's thinking is that like that her mom's high or something. So, what is hidden here and where is it? And I'm mostly talking about Mom.
You look at your mom and you notice that every time she looks at where the fridge should be, her eyes kind of glaze over.
Ugh. Great. And I get one additional question.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
Okay. So you sort of follow these scuff marks
Yeah.
outside, and
Uh-huh.
you are able to see it sort of going through your front lawn, um, and then off into the woods. You don't know where it is exactly, but you know that that whoever took this refrigerator like dragged it, or someone like it went to the woods.
Chris,
Yeah.
I think the refrigerator walked into the woods. Are you going to finish that toast? It's already in my hand. It's already.
Chris, Turquoise, I swear, if you're late to school again.
Okay, yep, got it.
What are you going to do, Mom? We should run.
You really want to do this right now, Turquoise?
Yeah,
You really
run.
want to do this right now?
No.
And start shoving her towards the garage.
Love you, bye. But Chris, what if we didn't go to school though?
And again,
Our refrigerator, I think it literally walked away. Like, right? The guy was like, "Why is your refrigerator running?" And I think it did.
by itself. Like, let's just
I saw tracks.
okay. We're just let's go to school. We'll do at least the classes, and maybe during lunch break we can come back and talk about walking refrigerators.
Let's Rochambeau for it. If I win, we go into the woods. If you win, we go to school, which is super fun. Love it.
And I think she looks at like she looks at the watch, her watch again, sees like they need to be getting going like now. Fine.
Cool. So it's gonna be one, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, one more time. And rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Fuck. Fine, we'll go to school. We'll come back at lunch.
All right, and I think as you two, so do you drive both of you to school on your motorcycle?
Yeah, when Turquoise is up and out of bed early enough.
I whine about this the whole way there.
As your motor roars off the sort of the blacktop street towards the school, we're gonna cut over to Abe. What does a morning look like for Abe?
What's a morning?
This Friday morning. The time between when the sun comes up and you have to go to school. That's what other people call morning.
I'd imagine that Abe is the kind of person where first period for him is actually second period, maybe third period.
So what? So do you just wake up late? Or do you just not show up?
He sleeps in.
Sleeps in. Your dad doesn't really. Sorry, I'm trying to remember which parents do you have at home.
I don't remember. Let's go with just dad.
Just dad. That's what I felt like it was as well. I imagine your dad has a job that probably has him out early. Thus why he doesn't really know that you don't show up to school until second period at the moment. So you're alone in your house, sleeping, and your phone rings, waking you up.
Hello?
Is your refrigerator running?
I guess so.
Then you had better go catch it. And the line goes dead.
I must be dreaming.
You eventually get up, I imagine, and do you go get breakfast from your kitchen? You go somewhere else for it. There's a McDonald's in town.
I'd imagine that he stops at whatever convenience store is on the route to school because he needs cigarettes and breakfast.
Right. Now, there is the town's 7-Eleven, but is there a particular convenience store you stop at, or do you like the 7-Eleven?
I think I like the 7-Eleven because that's where you can get all the Slurpees.
Perfect. You stop by the 7-Eleven. It's just outside the main street part of town, just sort of as you come in from the residential areas of the town, as sort of the forest gives way to the sort of the clearing of where the city is built. And you arrive, you go through the door, it opens, and there's a little ding, and you see a tired-looking man somewhere in his mid-30s behind the desk there, and sort of looks at you as you come in, but doesn't pay you much mind. What do you get at this store?
He gets. I think he gets the 2-pack of Twinkies that you can get, or it's the individual Twinkie, but it's 2 of them.
Mhm.
A cup of coffee and a Slurpee.
You go up to the counter, you put your purchases down, and he looks at you. Isn't it a bit early? You putting all that junk in your body, kid?
You say this every morning, Joe. I don't know why you care so much.
Look, I'm just trying to look out for you, kid. I mean, my old man died at the age of 40, 48. I'm just saying. I mean, he ate beans and bacon every day, and coffee. I don't think it did his heart any good.
Well, this isn't beans or bacon, so I'm fine. If you really
But-
want to look out for me, can I have the pack of smokes right there?
He sort of goes and gets the smokes reluctantly. He's like, I feel like the smokes and the Twinkies are a lot worse than beans and bacon somehow. I don't know, kid. He's like doing it anyway. Like he's not gonna say no. He knows what you do, right? Like he's just sitting here like.
I'm trying to think what so this I think this is kind of a routine. This is a routine, and so he has this conversation with Joe every day, and he gives in and grabs one of the single serve orange juice to go with everything else.
Okay. And I think Joe sort of before he rings you out actually walks around to the coffee machine and pours himself a cup of coffee, sits back down and slowly starts to ring you out. How's your old man doing? I haven't seen him around here lately.
Busy working mostly.
Now, what does Abe's father do?
I want to say he probably works with DARPA, so maybe he's out at the loop.
Now, is he a researcher or is he maintenance facilities? There is a private security there.
I kind of feel like maybe they're not the most well off, so he's probably like facilities maintenance or something like that.
Yeah, that's a job. That's a 3-shift job with them, and so your dad probably pulls some pretty weird hours. Probably has like a very early morning shift. Gets home late midday and then just sleeps during the late afternoon. And like well if you can let him know to drop by and so we can shoot the shit for a bit. Um, ain't much happening around here these days.
Yeah, if I catch him between shifts and sleeping, I'll let him know.
And you stop that smoking, I swear. I better not see you in here tomorrow.
And he's just like, see ya. And he's already got gonna throw a cigarette in his mouth as he's headed out the door. See you tomorrow.
And how does Abe get to school?
He walks, probably.
It's a
Gotta
bit
have
of a walk.
Gotta have time to eat those Twinkies and drink that orange juice and coffee.
Yes, it is a bit of a walk. And so it is about third period before Abe arrives. At this rate, and getting up late, walking to school. 'Cause it's probably a good couple of probably like a good like 7 or 8 miles to school. And you arrive and you see now the school's not gated. There's no large fence around it. It's pretty open, sort of like it's got sort of like the 2 main areas. You've got the middle school and the high school separated sort of by a quad in the middle, and then like wide open fields. You've got your football stadium, your soccer field, your swim, your pool, your indoor pool facilities, big open sort of fields, and then there's sort of a fence towards the back side of it before it heads out to the forest. And as you're approaching school, you can see that the principal is out standing in the quad at the moment.
I guess I'm gonna try and sneak into school then.
And he's got sort of his arms crossed, and this is you would know this as Principal Carter. He's this sort of large, tall guy, tall, shaved head, very well muscled. He wears plaid suits, and he's generally accepted as kind of like a cool principal. But
He'd probably be cool if I wasn't, late by 2.5 periods.
Yeah, he's cool so long as you stick to the rules, right? He doesn't. He's not the type to yell at you. He's the type to sit you down and tell you how disappointed he is in you. And I don't think you want that this morning. So I'm going to have you roll me a sneak, please. Ooh.
No.
Push yourself? Or use your shame for an auto success?
Nah, I just want to see what happens.
Okay. The principal sees you walking in. He's like, Abe, we do this every morning.
What's Principal Carter's first name?
Solomon. Well, Solomon Carter.
Right before he crosses onto school grounds, he flicks the whatever cigarette he's got away, so he's not.
Pick that up, please, Abe.
So he flicks it away as he hears, Abe, we do this every morning, and he just turns. He's like, "Morning, Mr. Solomon.
Please do not litter your cigarette butts. I tolerate your smoking off of school grounds, but really, You've even got your environmental service tomorrow at the park. Like,
Oh, I forgot about that. Well,
Abe,
I'm late for science. I really should get in there. I don't want to miss those important lessons.
you're late. You missed English, and you missed math.
I mean, I already know how to speak English, and who needs math? I can count 1 and 1 is 2.
I'm sure your dad would say very differently with his work at the Loop. You'd think that taking care of that facility, all those things don't take math, Abe?
Maybe if you're an engineer or one of the researchers, I don't know.
You think taking care of those things doesn't take understanding a little bit of engineering? You really don't talk to your dad much.
He's working. I think I saw him for 5 minutes after dinner last night when he got home.
Look, Abe, I know your dad's working hard. And I know you know he's working hard. Do you think he'd want you out here smoking, showing up to school late?
No.
What I thought. Now, you're gonna get to science, and you're gonna stay in school today, and I'll forget to write you up this time. As he's forgotten to write you up like the last 4 or 5 times he's caught you.
I'd imagine that's why he started like waiting outside, because he's caught me enough.
Yeah. And you're just thankful that it's not the vice principal who's caught you.
So I think then he gives like a half smile and he's like, "Thanks, Solomon. See you later."
Have fun in class, Abe. And stop smoking. And as you head off to class, I think that's where we're gonna do a break. A little quick bio break. We'll get some water. Take care of yourselves, everyone in chat. If you haven't stood up in the last couple hours, stand up, stretch, get some water. We'll be right back in 5 to 10 minutes. BRB. All right, and we're back. Thank you all for waiting for us. Hope you got hydrated and got some stretching in. You're gonna need that water because y'all this is thirsty town here apparently, where everyone's just ridiculously good looking. We'll see where that goes though. Anyways, let us get back into the. We're gonna rewind a little bit to first period for all of you, as you all sort of head off to whatever your first classes are. Principal Principal Carter stands out in the quad, greeting everyone as they come in, waving at people. A couple people that he's got like a secret handshake with, fist bumps and whatnot, in his bright orange plaid suit. And he is modeled off of a real principal I had. And you all head to your first class, meet up with friends, head to your lockers, drop off anything you need, grab books that you might want. And as first class starts, right before classes start, the morning announcements happen. Hey, what's Melanie's last name? Or not Melanie. Yeah, Melanie's last name. Yep.
Ooh, what is Melanie's last name? Melanie Roberts.
Roberts. So Jen and Chris, and I imagine that Turquoise knew Melanie at one point, as well. So you're familiar with the voice of the morning announcer, as she starts up. Good morning, Kanaskat Cougs. Today is Friday, the 18th, 1998. I hope you all are ready for a great weekend. Now, a couple of quick announcements before school starts today. Vice Principal Han would like to remind you all that the parking at the front of the school is for faculty only. Facilities Mr. Ishimoto has roped off the hole in the fence in the back of the field. It is not a place to go and secretly smoke, he says. He will catch you, whoever you are. For those of you who have signed up for environmental cleanup duty this weekend, remember you are to meet at the State Park Station at 9 a.m. tomorrow sharp. Remember, if you do not attend, that is a month's worth of detention. And the kitchen has said that today's lunch will be meatloaf and greens. Yum. And of course, the most exciting news, don't forget, next week is homecoming. We'll be hosting the Ording Cardinals at 5, followed by the homecoming dance at 9 in the gym. Remember to vote for your homecoming king and queen. Ballots can be found at the table in front of the main office. Of course, it would mean the world to me, and I would love you all for it if you voted for me, Melanie Roberts. This has been your morning announcements. Go Cougs!
I'm so glad I slept through those announcements. Holy crap.
As you all sort of go through your first periods, whatever they may be, I'm just curious, what does everyone have for first period?
Jen has English.
Fun. That's a great class to have first in the morning. I imagine that.
Do we have the same teacher?
Of course, you have the same.
But we're a year apart, though, right? Well, although it could be the same teacher.
No, you're both seniors.
Oh, you're a senior. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, Abe. You're a senior.
Also,
Yeah.
three of us are seniors, and then Turquoise.
Yeah, but like my mind score's really high, so I take advanced courses.
You're an AP English, probably.
Hmm. So
It's
it might
English.
be in there too, for fun.
Chris, what do you have?
I think Chris has science.
Nice. I imagine it's physics at this point.
Yeah.
Fun class. And what does Turquoise have?
Ethics.
Yes! I was hoping you would say that.
First period.
First period. You get to ethics class. First period. And your ethics teacher, Mr. What was it? Mr.
Richard.
I don't think we gave him a last name because you just call him Richard.
No, that's not what I call him, but sure.
Yeah. He's got sort of like thinning blonde hair going on, even though he's still pretty young. A point that I feel like Turquoise has mentioned to him many times.
Oh, sure.
He's got a cross, like a gold cross around his neck, and he sort of stands at the front, greeting each student as they come in, and sort of a sour look crosses his face as you come into class. Miss Guthrie?
Oh, hey, Dick. I like your jewelry.
It's Mr. Call him Peterson, Richard Peterson. Yeah. It's Mr. Peterson to you. Thank you very much, Miss Guthrie.
I like your jewelry. I have one too, see? And she pulls out like an upside down cross necklace.
He makes the sign of the cross. Miss Guthrie, I would appreciate it if you did not. I have a strong feeling that that's not dress code particular.
What dress code rule does it violate? Could you cite it for me? Because I've memorized it at this point for all the times you tried to say I was not following them.
I feel like there is one that says that satanic symbols are not allowed.
No, there's not actually.
You have to antagonize me, Miss Guthrie. Every day.
I'm not antagonizing you.
That very symbol. You as a whole just antagonize me, Miss Guthrie.
God, that's so professional of you to say to one of your students.
Please just go into the classroom, Miss Guthrie.
Cool.
And you go into class, and class is half full. It's an elective that I don't think you chose to take. I think there wasn't anything you did want to take, so you just left it blank. And this is what you got.
Sure.
That feels like does that feel like something Turquoise would have done?
Sure. I feel like she ran out of courses at one point. Just like whatever.
And I don't know if you have Sissy is here in this class.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
My best friend.
Best friend. Is Sissy short for Cecile or?
No.
No, just Sissy?
Uh-huh.
And she's like, what's your best friend like?
So sweet, though. Like, she's a cheerleader, but she's like a nice cheerleader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She like does dance squad. She's like a really good mover, and she's just so nice.
Yeah, and you see her talking to the head cheerleader actually in the class. One Emily Suzuki. And they're chatting amicably. They're both you've never heard anything bad about Emily. She seems to get along with everyone. Seems a bit less stuck up than some of the other cheerleaders. And sort of Sissy sees you. Turquoise. That's not her voice. That was going some weird direction. And I'm trying really hard not to do like southern country because it's not southern country here. Thank you very much. Turquoise. How are you? I'm just hard time. You know what? We're just gonna make her like Turquoise. How are you? How are you doing today?
Fine, just here at my favorite class.
Oh, Mr. Peterson didn't give you any trouble, did he? I hope not.
No, he couldn't give me trouble if he tried.
Oh, that's good. I hope you didn't try to antagonize him too much today.
People keep saying that about me. I don't think I purposefully antagonize anyone.
Well, you don't. You don't. Don't Turquoise. Some people just don't get you. Um. Oh.
Yep.
What's your what's your plans for the weekend? You do know that you do have environmental cleanup
No.
duty this weekend.
No.
It is a
Probably
mandatory
failing.
thing
Yeah,
that every
probably failing on that environmental cleanup thing, probably.
oh it is a I don't know if you want to get detention again for that.
I mean, it's warm in here. It's fine.
You might get it.
Yeah, but then it would be like, it's like I wouldn't be trapped in there with him. He would be trapped in there with me.
She sort of laughs at that. Well, I mean, I'm hoping that you'll at least show up because I'm also there as well. And then
Is
and then
James coming?
yeah, he'll be there as well. Yeah, because we're going out afterwards. We're gonna go. I think we're gonna go get some shakes and then head over to the movie theater.
That sounds so sweet.
Yes. We're coming up on our 6-month anniversary.
That's so cool.
I get me any.
I'll ask him.
Would you? I don't know
Yep.
if I want to know though.
Okay, I'll ask him and then I won't tell you.
But if I know you asked him, I'm gonna want to ask.
Yeah, and I won't tell you.
It's fine. It's fine. He doesn't need to get me anything anyway. It's just being with him has been the greatest 6 months of my life.
It's fun because he has like an ab for like each month you've been together. That's kind of touching.
Does have great abs, as he's sort of like eyes lifting up, not really like glazing over, but off in some sort of whatever world she sometimes goes to. She can be like that. I feel a little bit ephemeral some days.
Cool. I'm gonna sit down.
And at this point, everyone's filed in, and Mr. Peterson heads up to the front of class, and he goes, "All right, class. This week we'll end on sex education, why it's bad, and why you shouldn't do it till you're married."
Sorry, what part of ethics does this fall under, Dick?
The relationship and sexual kind. Seeing as we don't have a proper sex education class here, I've taken it under my purview to make it part of this class.
But Dick, don't you think that we should be taught sex education by someone who's actually...
Don't you dare finish that question. Miss Guthrie, I will give you detention.
May I go to the bathroom?
Do you actually have to go, Miss Guthrie?
Desperately.
Sissy, if you will escort Miss Guthrie to the bathroom and back, please. Of course, Mr. Peterson. Maybe we can spend a couple extra. I don't particularly either.
Okay.
And you head off to bathroom.
I do not give my secret knock on the janitor's closet that I was going to do, and we're going to go to the bathroom.
Is that because Sissy's there?
Yep.
We head over to another class, third period. I think Abe and Jen have it together. I don't know if Chris has this class as well together. And what class are we at?
Well,
it's science, right?
It's third, it's science, yeah.
So you've already had science, Chris. So, Jen, would you have third period science?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's physics, and it is taught by a guy who you all know as Dr. Mickelson, but everyone just calls him Dominic. He looks like Santa. Give you a sort of image. He teaches physics and some of the other advanced calculus classes alongside one other teacher. And he's one of the cooler teachers. He's pretty content. He's very smart, but he's also pretty content to just throw on a movie for the entirety of class and sleep.
It's Friday.
It is Friday. So I think that's what he does today. He throws on a movie about the mathematics and all the people who contributed to that and how that contributes to physics. Jen, you have you wouldn't really have lab partners, but seatmates. At this point, you sort of have those like 2x2 sort of desks here.
Yeah.
Who's your seatmate?
Are you both in the Chris and Abe are both in the class?
Chris isn't.
Chris is not. Yeah. I think Abe is my seatmate. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's only 2 weeks into school, but you've probably only been there maybe half of the third periods. Does that sound about right?
I mean, I think he makes it every third period. He just is always like halfway late through class.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So when you come in, then you find me sort of kicked back and slouched down a little bit, not paying any attention to the movie, just doodling in a notebook.
I think it's if the movie's on, it's probably really obvious when he shows up because the door opens and the light from the hall spills in for that second, and he just kind of looks at the movie and is like, cool, and he walks over to his seat, sits down. And
as you're walking over toward the seat, because I'm sort of slouched back, I just kind of push the chair back with my foot on the other side of the desk so that it kind of pushes out for you.
So I think he takes the chair and he spins it around so he sits backwards on it, and at the same time he unslings the backpack on what is now the front of the chair. And it's just, hey. How'd swimming go?
Fine, I guess.
Amber a bitch again?
Yes, of course.
He, even though Jen's, super athletic, everyone likes a little snack, and so he has the one Twinkie left of the pack of two, and he slides it across the table at her.
Oh my God, thank you. and I'm stuffing it in my mouth at this point. I didn't go to breakfast. Starving.
At this point, the movie's talking about Isaac Newton and the apple falling from the tree, and
I mean, I don't get it. Why does she have to be like that?
She probably is insecure that you're better than she is. The only way to make yourself feel better is to treat you poorly.
You sound like my mom, Abe.
Sound like my dad.
Yeah.
and what was I say? Jen, you have a good friend in this class.
Mhm.
What do you think? Who are they? Class.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that it is a. I think it's probably one of the kids of one of the other doctors at the hospital. My mom's kind of the main pediatrician at the hospital, so it's probably one of the other doc's kids, and we knew each other.
How long have you known each other?
We probably knew each other growing up.
Okay.
When we were little.
Let's call them, I don't know, Todd.
Yeah.
Todd. And he sits behind you and pokes you in the back with his pen. Hey, Jen.
What?
Hey, do you have are you on tomorrow's environmental cleanup duty?
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna rain tomorrow.
Oh,
You think they'll call
I
it
hope
off?
so. God, I hope so. I don't want to be out there in the rain.
Yeah. But, I hope to. I don't know if you want to grab breakfast beforehand. Pretty early.
And at this point, I kind of look across at Abe to see if he's caught on to the conversation. Oh, muted.
Yeah, he probably has.
So I just make eye contact, no facial expression, but just eye contact. And then, I need to be at the pool early before the cleanup thing. I don't know, maybe some other time.
Sure, I'm sure your coach would understand. I feel like sports teams do make exception for this since we have to do it every year.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go during the thing. I'm going to go before. They gave me a key so that I could get in and swim on the weekends. Just some other time, maybe. Okay.
No problem, Jen. Leans back and starts talking to his seatmate. You see that most people have either fallen asleep or are talking to other people in the class at this point. Even Dr. Mickelson has fallen asleep at his desk, just sort of leaning back, just like.
Nice. Nice. So I'm looking back across at Abe. Are you on this thing tomorrow too?
Yeah.
She's back to doodling in her notebook.
Yeah, and I feel like this is probably scene for this, unless you have anything else you want to discuss.
Only that, Abe, because you've known her for a little while, she's definitely a bit out of sorts. She's quieter than usual. She's not one to slouch typically. So she's not okay. She looks really tired. This is that exhaustion condition coming out. And just a bad morning so far.
I think rather than trying to talk about it, he just scribbles a little note and like sticks it in her notebook when she's not paying attention. And the note is just simply like, "What's up? You need to talk." But he doesn't like say it in class now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if you find that note later. Do the Guthrie sisters meet up at lunch?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And if she tried to avoid me, I found her. I always know.
I don't think Chris was actively trying to avoid her.
But you forget, right?
Yeah,
I forgot, right?
I kind of forgot that this was a thing. Like,
Chris.
yeah, I
Chris.
think shuts the locker. What?
It's time to go solve our mystery.
Oh, right. Okay. Cool.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to give me some pushback, but you didn't, and I'm happy. We should take some muscle with us, I feel like, in case the refrigerator is sentient and attacks us.
I think it's more muscle to take the refrigerator back home if it did
Yes, that too.
out and go into the woods.
Okay, I'll ask somebody. Hey,
Okay.
I'm calling out to Jen.
I see you kind of across the room and, oh,
Yeah,
hey.
that's the look people give me when I say hi to them. Hi.
Hey, what's up, Turquoise?
You want to go do something?
You mean like outside of school?
I mean, that was a bold jump for you to make, but yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
This
Yeah.
is everyone. Nobody's giving me any pushback. What a great day. Come on. I'll explain it on the way. Don't worry about it. Abe.
And he's already like walked up because he knows he's just like, Turquoise and Chris are here and she's going to call my name eventually.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a cigarette?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're
You
not
want to see
smoking.
something cool? What?
We're not smoking here.
No, we're not smoking
Are you off
at
campus
all. No.
yet? Hey, Turquoise?
Yeah, I'd love to roll something for you.
Are you trying to be sneaky about this? At all?
Oh, that we're leaving?
No, that you're smoking right now.
No, we're not. No, we're not smoking.
Okay, you're not smoking. You're not
We're
actually
not
smoking.
smoking.
I can't. The way you say it makes it sound like you are.
Cafeteria. Yes, I love it.
Okay. Babe. Okay.
Sounds like
We're gonna go
Oh.
see something cool.
Okay. Yes, I would like. If everyone's leaving campus, I would like sneak rolls from all of you.
Do you
Oh, boy.
get to go off campus for lunch though?
Okay. Yeah, seniors get to go. Hey, Turquoise, you want to make me a sneak roll?
Now, don't I get +1 to this because I'm using my information from my investigate roll earlier?
If this is where you want to use it.
Do I have to call it before I roll?
Yes.
No. I heard a no. I heard a no there. Great.
Okay. Then yeah, so the rest of you seniors, you're fine. You can go off campus for food. But Turquoise,
Can we assist?
you can. One of the other teens can assist in this and give you an additional die. It does open you up to potential ramifications, but you can do that. Another thing you can do is also roll lead and use those to help people, as in giving other people extra successes or
I'm
a
so
success
good at
period.
that. Damn it.
Well,
Let's just. You can help me if you want, but I can totally roll it. I'm fine.
I was thinking about a distraction. Like, is there a teacher watching the door, perhaps, where we're trying to get out, or where Turquoise might be trying to get out?
Yeah, so there is it's not a teacher, it's like school security, but it's just this one like retired old dude who watches the parking lot mostly. The only other place that they have people watching is in the back where the fields are. And that would be like the PE coach, the PE teacher. But no, you've got this old like 70-year-old guy who just sits in a chair in front of the parking lot, like just.
Do you want to try and just stroll out that door?
Yep.
All right.
Here I go. I'm doing it.
Okay, so is Jen helping?
Yeah.
Okay, so and you can roll one more if you would like, because unless you rolled that with Jen.
No, I didn't.
No,
you can
she
roll,
just got it.
roll
Roll
one
a
d6.
d6?
Barking into
Yeah, just
hostile
a d6.
environment. Walking. We'll need to win the hearts and the minds of the natives.
Success.
Rico,
No, one
we'll need
success.
special
Well,
tactical
you do it.
equipment.
In
We're gonna
fact,
face extreme peril. Private
um,
probably won't survive.
this guy is called call him Vincent. Vincent is the guard, and he's actually snoozing in his chair. It's like
It's too easy.
As soon as we're past the guard, Abe's just got the pack of cigarettes out and he like shakes the one so it's sticking up for her to grab it.
Perfect.
thank you, Anna, for the host.
I just
You're muted, Tommy.
I roll my eyes
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
if I see that. It's a pretty visible eye roll.
Thank you, Anna, for the host.
What are you rolling
We're
your
playing
eyes
some
at?
Things from the Flood.
You're muted, Tommy.
I know, I'm doing stream stuff.
How dare you?
Continue.
Yes,
I'm
why are
enjoying
you
this.
rolling your eyes?
It's just stupid, that's all.
What's stupid?
What you're doing, smoking, why would you do that?
Are you serious? Is she serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah, she's serious, trust me.
Because it tastes good and looks cool.
I think Chris like pats Jen. My shoulder's like, welcome to the club of this.
What?
I just sort of shrug my shoulders and I'm walking with Chris.
You don't think it smells good? I'm not letting this go.
No, I think it's disgusting and it's terrible for you.
Abe
Really?
just doesn't, he's not going to try and argue with Jen. He's heard this before. He just holds out he's got the lighter out and he's waiting for
Oh, yeah.
Turquoise.
She'll light it.
Whose car are y'all taking?
Well, I have a motorcycle.
You have a motorcycle. Abe doesn't drive here, so... Hey, Jen, do you drive to school?
No, I rode my bike to school.
Okay, so how are you all getting...
I can only have one other person.
And that's me.
Yeah. Does Jen have the bars on the back of her wheels that that Abe can stand on?
No, I don't think so.
Do you have a basket that Abe can sit in? Or one of
Nope.
those like flat sort of things that sort of sit, like the book sort of holders that go above your wheel?
Oh yeah, no, I probably do. It's a mountain bike, but it's probably got one of those on it.
Yeah.
Dominic always leaves his car unlocked. And I know where the spare keys are.
Where does he keep the spare keys?
In the visor.
Oh, Dom. Oh, okay. Poor
My
Dom. So Abe walks up to Dom's car, nonchalantly. Gets in, visor down, keys fall out.
Ta-da.
I look at Chris like,
I don't know about that, but Good to know, I guess. We should probably get going so that we can do this thing and then get back.
Yeah.
Totally.
You know that lunch recess is about an hour. It's not really
Yeah.
like there is no recess, right? It's just lunch, and then you can go out in the field when you're done.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Abe's already got the car started and his arm out the window with the lit cigarette hanging out.
What does Dom drive?
Probably like a Toyota or something.
Okay, the 1990s Toyota. What they had? They have was it the Corolla that was like the really ugly ones of the 90s?
You know, well, it's high school teacher, so I bet he's got like a 94 because we're in 98.
Yeah.
He got it like slightly used in 95 and has had it since then. It's it's a 94 Corolla, we'll say.
You all get into the car. And...
Oh no, we're taking the bike,
Oh,
right?
so you're taking the bike and the car?
Chris is taking your back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? You know what? I'll get in the car and Chris can ride by herself because I want to continue to antagonize. Converse with Jen.
So things are frosty in the car.
No, they're quite
where
warm.
are you all heading? Chris, I imagine you're leading on your motorcycle.
Yeah. I'll take the lead,
Mm-hmm.
driving back towards the house and the pathway that leads to the woods around there.
How are things in the car?
Are you in
What's
the
the
back, Jen?
Not if I got to the front seat first.
Did you though, or did I?
Would you like to roll off?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
What are we
was-
rolling?
This is gonna be move.
Great. Damn it.
Two
Yeah.
successes.
The athlete.
I
beats you.
hope so with all those things.
Now, hey, Jen, there are some bonuses you can buy with that extra success on a move.
Oh, tell me about it.
You can give another teen one success. I imagine that's probably not applicable here. But the other ones are you impress someone or no one notices you.
Well, obviously everybody noticed, so I impress someone.
Impress.
I impress Turquoise.
How do you impress her? How do you get into the car that impresses Turquoise?
Ooh, yeah.
Windows are down.
Yeah, I know. I thought that too. Windows are down. I probably just sort of vault up and slide in through the window because I see her coming. I see you coming to try to get the front seat. And this is a game we always played when our parents were taking us somewhere. And I'm just like, Thoop, and I'm in the front seat.
Oh, that was so cool. Let me try. And I try to get through the window and I fall into your lap.
Oh,
I'm like half through it, like trying to use your legs to pull myself in.
Turquoise, come on.
Very conspicuous.
Just
With
get
a lit
in.
cigarette in your hand.
Yep.
Oh
Right.
my God.
Right in your
Ah.
face.
Just would you just get in?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Now
You
I'm
could-
in the middle somehow,
You're sitting on the console?
I guess.
Not the-
No,
is-
I'm gonna crawl my way into the back and I'm gonna just
Yeah.
perch forward.
Chris, you see this all like you're sitting on your motorcycle ready to go. Do you have a helmet?
Yeah, she has a helmet. She
you-
had grabbed it from her locker.
You've got your helmet like visor flipped up and you're looking back at this happening.
So, while everyone's getting in the car, Abe's digging out a 94 Toyota. That probably didn't have a CD player, so he's digging out a cassette tape to put in the tape deck.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the
He's
cassette?
gonna
tape?
play Foo Fighters.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Very
He's
good.
gonna play The Color and the Shape, their album, and it's got his favorite track on it.
Question: Does this come out of your bag or out of Dom's car?
It comes out of Abe's backpack.
Okay, I was like, you do know, like, you would know Dom's music choice by now because you've used his car several times at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
it probably came out of Abe's Walkman.
hmm
Nice.
Yeah, Walkmans still used, even though a lot of people have moved towards the portable CD player, but Walkmans are still around.
They're sturdier and they don't skip.
So you all head off. Where are you heading off to?
Heading
The
back
woods behind our house, I guess, or in front of our house, or close to our house.
across the street from our house.
Does your mom work?
Yes, she'd have to.
What does she do?
What does she do? I think she's a waitress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of restaurants around. So she is out right now. You all pull up, park along the side of the road, pulling off of it, I imagine. Ground's a bit muddy. There has been rain in the last couple days, so the ground is a bit muddy. Turquoise, it's easy enough to pick up the tracks you saw earlier as there's these large like divots dug into the mud as it seems to have as your refrigerator seems to have ambled off into the woods
Right.
here.
Okay, so I know this is going to sound weird, but we got a call this morning and there was like this voice. Well, Chris heard the voice. She just told me what it said. And it was like, is your refrigerator running?
And then I answer that I would assume so, yes. And then voice said, you should probably go catch it, which is really weird. And then we came down and it was gone. The fridge. That
And
is.
Mom, like, didn't notice.
Yeah, she was being weird about it.
I think she was.
N-
Oh,
no.
sorry. No. I think she was.
Mom doesn't do that. You know that.
You never know.
I'm sure we would have found out by now.
Sure. Well, you'd think that we would have sniffed it out, but my sage is very pungent.
So even Jen,
Anyway,
you hear these two talking about a runaway fridge and a call that you both received this morning.
Wait, somebody called and asked you that this morning?
yep, around 8:22.
That's accurate.
Somebody called for me at school and said the same thing. They told me it was like a college recruiter or something, and she stops and just kind of looks down.
Oh, is that why you're so grumpy today?
Abe was about to say something about the phone call, and he's just like, "It's Amber."
What?
Amber, the other swimmer. It's just no other explanation. Just
All right. Anyways, so you got this call too at school.
I think I got a phone call. I was still asleep. I thought I was dreaming, but I'm pretty sure they said something about the fridge.
Was your fridge missing?
I don't know. I didn't go into the kitchen. It was already second period. I grabbed my stuff and left the house.
Right.
And then you stopped at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I was out of smokes.
I'm very grateful.
Anyways, yeah, Turquoise says that the refrigerator walked into the woods.
Can we see the tracks now that we're here?
Turquoise can point them out for you. It's easy enough since she knows where it is. They just look like as if someone had like if you've ever moved something like where you've had to like waddle it from side to side, it looks like that. So So there are like divots in the like sharp divots every now and then. Although those have kind of like filled in as they get into the mud. There.
Tracks would have been fresher if we had come right away.
We would have had to do the crawl thing.
It works really well. That's why we do it. It's a classic.
Wait, somebody stole your refrigerator?
No, that's not what I said.
This doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't?
Turquoise, why are we here?
Oh, we're going to go find the refrigerator. It's funny that you didn't ask me what we were going to do before we left the school.
You told her that you'd say on the way.
Oh, then I did.
Not really on the way. Come on.
It is kind of.
I mean, if you guys don't want to hang around, that's cool. We're just gonna go look for a fridge in the woods. Like Chris does the thing of like, I'm trying to convince myself with every word that this is what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
I want to say Abe starts trying to follow the tracks while they're talking.
Yeah. As the three of them probably go off first, and Jen's probably looking there confused. Tell us, how does Jen feel right now? What is Jen thinking?
Well, the only reason that she kind of agreed to go along is because she's already feeling like she's not measured up today, and it came across as kind of a dare from Turquoise, and she didn't want to. She was just like, yeah, fine, I'll do that. I'm totally cool with that. I can do that. And she's never done anything like this before. So she's nervous. She's confused. She's still upset from this morning. She's looking down at her watch to see how much time until lunch is over. And then it suddenly occurs to her that if she gets caught, that this could mean like she doesn't get to be the captain, which means her scholarship might be in jeopardy. She's got a lot going on.
Do you follow them?
Yeah, I do follow them, but this is what's in my head.
All right. So the four of you walk off into the woods for a little while. You've got, plenty of pine trees that have grown. Most of them are, 100 feet tall or taller. The branches don't start until way up high along the trunk. But there's also some, I believe it's deciduous trees are the ones that leaf, right? But you've got like maple trees up here, and sort of other leafed trees in Washington. And those ones, as their foliage has changed, there's a mat of wet brown leaves on the ground, mixed in with the mud. And you're just happy that it's not raining right now, because otherwise this would be a lot more miserable. And you follow the tracks for a good mile and a half. And then you all hear a sound. And I don't know if any of you have heard this sound before. You've heard it, at least a recording of it. But it's a sort of a chattering sound, a high-pitched chattering sound. The sound you get told is the sound of run the fuck away. There are raptors nearby.
Oh my god, I forgot about the fucking raptors.
I knew it. As soon as you started describing, you hear this sound. I'm like, it's raptors.
And then you hear another sound, crying out, help, 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 someone, help.
Why is it so humorous?
I think Chris just. Okay, cool. All right, we're doing this, huh? Are we doing this? Is this a thing that's happening now?
I heard raptors.
I
Oh,
heard raptors.
please help!
And that's also a thing that's happening.
I mean, you said the fridge walked off. I would assume that's the fridge.
God, if the raptors are attacking the fridge, and she's just gonna like.
Oh, robot Jesus! It just bit my electrical cord.
Okay, I just gotta see this no matter what. So, if I die, burn my stash, and I'm gonna start.
If we don't hurry, it's gonna leak Freon everywhere.
Do you all run off?
Yeah,
He's
when
getting
I
the voice
see
well
Turquoise take off, up to this point, I've just been like, I don't know what I want to do, and I'm more likely than anything to run away if it's raptors. But if I see her take off in that direction, I'm following and doing my best to catch up.
So, you all sort of come around. There's sort of this large sort of outcropping of rock here in the forest that kids have discovered and played at for years. Sort of a rite of passage along the neighborhood to learn about it, and you sort of come around this set of rocks, this formation of rocks, and you pause for a moment because somehow this refrigerator has climbed up into the crook of a tree. sort of like one of those thick sort of like trees that sort of split very early on. So it's not super high off the ground. It's maybe like 8 or 9 feet off the ground. And you see 3 raptors, sort of these tall, maybe like 5 feet tall. We're probably looking at for velociraptors, 4 to 5 feet tall. Long, lethal bodies with these bright feathers sort of along them, sort of like these wicked sharp claws, and they're at the base of this tree, like jumping up on they're like crouching down on their hind legs and then jumping up. You can see the electrical cord is hanging down the tree. Help! Please help! And yeah, so we are getting into what is known as an extended trouble. This is where it's going to take a number of successes in order for you to accomplish your goal here.
What's the goal?
What is your goal? Well, the goal is like the world goal, right? Is it to save this fridge? And you are going to need between all of you, let's say, this isn't too hard, 6 successes between all of you. So I'd like you all to each describe what your character is going to do. There's opportunity here for your teens to sort of coordinate or whatnot. And you sort of want to use what abilities you have to figure out how to deal with this situation. So, how are you going to deal with these raptors?
Well, the first thing that Turquoise thinks of is fire, because that's what Lauren thinks of first. So she like rifles through her bag and pulls out some hairspray, which I wrote down in my item thing, like when we started. It's in there. And her lighter, and she just kind of hands them to Chris. And so she's trying to like coordinate some kind of plan of attack, like with that at least. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Abe, what is your sort of plan of attack here?
we're standing on this rock that we found?
No, you just sort of came around the side of this rock from around the base.
Okay.
They're about 30 feet from you at the moment.
Cool, internet. Please fix yourself.
All right, you're back.
I think Abe's gonna climb up the rock and try and jump down onto a raptor.
Okay. Okay. What about the rest of you? Chris, you're being handed a lighter and a bottle of hairspray.
Chris has the lighter and hairspray being handed to her. She still has her helmet in her hands, and I think that she just like shoves it off to Abe.
Okay.
So Abe now has a helmet.
Okay. All right. And Jen?
The first thing that comes to mind is I'm like, so we're going to save the refrigerator.
Yeah, refrigerators are expensive, Jen.
Help!
And
How could
also,
you say no to that?
it's also going to keep yelling help. And, you know.
Do you want that refrigerator's death on your conscience?
I'm going to try to distract them. So kind of get out near enough and like clap my hands and wave my arms and then run until I think they're about to catch up with me and then climb a tree.
Right.
Try
So
to get them away.
you have a plan of action. Turquoise, are you attempting some sort of like directorial lead action here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with you rolling lead here as you all
Okay.
suddenly like go to motion.
I will apply my +1 to this
Okay.
because I think it's applicable.
Okay. Yes, I think so as well.
Oh!
2 successes. Now,
Release.
with lead, there are some fun things you can do. You can help a teen recover a condition from a condition. The only one who currently has a condition, I think, is Jen.
Yeah.
You can, if you have additional successes, you can heal additional conditions. You can heal
Okay.
one of your own conditions.
Mhm.
You can make a plan to help your friends in future trouble. Oh, sorry, this is make a plan. That's right. Those are separate ones. So, when you roll lead and you're sort of doing it for a plan, you basically create a dice pool. These are additional dice that other people can roll as part of their roll. With 2 successes, you have created 4 additional dice that people can draw from.
Great.
So
Nice.
I'm awesome.
So who's making the next move? I think that it's probably Jen, from what it sounds like. I think Abe's gonna take a moment to get into position as well as Chris. So Jen, I think this is a charm.
Oh, do you really?
I do. Befriend, charm, or lie to manipulate people. They're not people, but you are trying to manipulate them. Unless you have an argument for something else.
Does it... Yeah,
I
you
don't.
are-
I don't.
argue.
No, I've got an idea. So I'm going to, as I'm running over there, I slide off my varsity jacket. So I'm holding it.
Okay.
I'm gonna wave it around like this to try to get their attention. And our team colors are red and orange.
Those are some very garish colors, but yes, I love it.
Yeah, our team colors are red and orange, so it's big and it's bright, and I'm just holding it out like a big flag and waving it, and that is my iconic item.
Nice. So that is a +2. You should be able to go over to the iconic item, and there should be a drop-down box that you can select the skill to roll, and you roll it next to your iconic item.
Yes. Okay, and so this is charm, you said, right?
And are you using any of the dice pool?
Oh
I
man.
think you've got 4. You've got 4 in heart, 1 in charm,
Yep.
and then
+2 for the
from your iconic item. You're at 7 dice right now.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna just roll the 7, I think.
Okay.
All right. Oh, come on. Oh,
One
one.
success.
One success, yes.
One success. All right. So you do grab their attention as the 3 raptors sort of whip their head around, and you hear their chatter, and they are all immediately drawn to you, and they begin to charge towards you. Sort of 2 of them flanking out to the sides, as there's sort of like almost chicken-like feet, but exaggerated and like wickedly clawed. They have 2 sort of up front, and their long feet. They start dashing for you very quickly. And either Abe or
they're fast.
Chris can act at this moment.
I would like to go.
Okay. I think so. What are you exactly trying to do?
I'm trying to get up the rock and drop myself onto a raptor.
Okay. I think this is either force or move.
I'm cool with move.
Move is to jump, climb high, balance, and run really fast. Force is to fight, endure physical stress, and lift or push heavy things. That's a tough one. Kind of a combination of the 2, so I'll say we go with move, since it's not really you fighting, it's more along the lines of you jumping, climbing, and jumping up, and then letting gravity do its work. So why don't you roll move for me?
Okay, so as he starts to climb up this rock, he's been given this helmet, and he's just like, okay, and he puts it on.
I will give you +1 for the helmet,
Cool.
since it is an item.
And then he buttons up his military jacket, which is his iconic item, so that it's secure on his body.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Okay. Are you taking any from the dice pool? There are still 4 dice left.
That depends. Can I use my military jacket?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2, 1. I think that gives me 8, so I think I'll just roll the 8.
Okay. Oh.
Looks like 0.
Woof. Yeah. That like. Now, you can push yourself, take a condition, roll again, or use your shame to get an auto success, but it is 1 success. And you can use your shame to gain an additional success, I would say as well. So.
I'll push myself.
Okay. Roll again and mark a condition. That being upset, scared,
1
exhausted,
success.
or injured. Okay. That is 1 success. What
He's
condition do you
probably scared. These are raptors.
Okay. What does it look like as you WWE at least one of these raptors?
So he's running up this rock as fast as he can, putting the helmet on, buttoning up his coat, and he jumps off the edge of the rock, and he's just like, what am I doing? This is a terrible idea. And he starts screaming on the way down.
Oh. And is there like any sort of like, I don't know, are you trying to like do an elbow bash? Are you trying to like butt slam the head first with the helmet?
I think because he's a bit long in the body, I think he's going to try and hit him with both feet.
Okay, you're just trying to drop him. Okay, so you do that. You land on the raptor, and it just goes down under the force and weight. And you're probably dropping from like a good 12, 13 feet up. So it's not a long drop, but it is not a short drop either, especially if you drop wrong. And you sort of roll off of the raptor as its spine breaks under your underneath your boots. and it goes down. Chris, you need 2 more successes.
Yep, cool. I've got a bottle of hairspray and a lighter. This is
I'll give-
probably not the first
Yeah.
time that she had done this.
You will get +1 for those items.
Cool. What am I doing? I'm just
So I think this is Tinker.
cool.
That's why I gave them.
I think this is Tinker because you're trying to sort of build, like you're trying to make a what's the word? Trying to MacGyver a flamethrower. You're trying to MacGyver a flame. I didn't forget flamethrower. I forgot MacGyver. You're trying to MacGyver a flamethrower at the moment. So
without burning my eyebrows out.
yeah, so that's gonna be tech plus Tinker plus 1 from that item, and there's still 4 dice in the dice pool. And we'll note that these do go away after the extended trouble.
I use the dice pool.
Yeah, I'm gonna use.
And you need 2 successes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna use 2 from the dice pool.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be brain. Do I just roll Tinker and then add and then do the other addition on top of that, or?
I think there is. Add some additional ones. Oh, you can technically add items as well. But yeah, hit the Tinker and then roll your additional one on top of that. Are you going to use the dice pool as well?
Not so many 3 successes, but yeah.
Do you want
I was gonna
want-
use 2 more. I was gonna use 2 from the dice pool.
Okay, so roll 3 more dice then.
Right, +1 from the item, right?
Yep. Yeah, 2 dice from the dice pool plus 1 from the item. So that is 1 more success. 4 successes. So, with Tinker, there is, since you sort of put something together here, you do get you sort of created an item here, a makeshift item, and let me pull up the sheet for this. With Tinker, you build. So this is a jury rig. This is a manipulate. So the Tinker can use to break, use, or jury rig mechanical items, blah, blah, blah. So you can give, probably don't need that. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future. So if you ever use this flamethrower again, you won't need to roll to use it. You do it quickly, you do it quietly, or you show off. So you have 2 extra successes than you needed for this encounter.
Okay.
What do you wish to buy with that?
I think I would like to do it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need a roll to overcome the same trouble in the future.
Perfect. You
Screw you, raptors.
Yeah. So what does this look like as 2 of these raptors come into your firing range?
I think Chris like pops the lid of the hairspray off, and it goes like off into an arc into the bed of leaves, and she just kind of shakes it for a second, flicks on the lighter, and just right at them. And I'm sure their feathers catch on fire, and so the air smells like burnt feathers.
In fact, you would almost say that that's a more force than you would assume could come out of a hairspray can, and it just goes whoosh. And there's probably a moment where you're a little worried that something might catch fire, but it's rained recently, so and the aerosol flamethrower doesn't really last long enough for any of these trees to catch fire at the moment. They're still pretty wet from the rain the last couple of days. As these 2 raptors just go up in flames and begin this like almighty screech of pain as they dash off into the forest, and you have overcome this extended trouble. So, you have defeated some raptors. You have a refrigerator in the tree.
So I think Chris goes and actually picks up the cat for the hairspray.
Can I have my hairspray back?
I mean, sure, but I think I should probably buy one just in case this happens again, and we'll toss it.
You don't use hairspray though.
I don't, but like.
Do you use a brush? Do you use any product?
I brush my hair. Yes.
There's a flump as you see the refrigerator like rock itself down to the forest ground. Oh, sorry, I was using the wrong. I switched too early to the voice. Oh my robot Jesus. I am so glad you all got my message.
Your
Okay.
message?
Yes, about your running refrigerator.
You're not all of our refrigerators, though.
Does this look like a fridge? Like the Guthrie
It does.
fridge? Okay.
So it does look like a fridge. Its voice is it's got its back turned to you, and then the voice is coming out of the the coolers that sort of sit on the back there. That's where it kind of comes out of. So it's a little distorted and whatnot. I actually am all of your refrigerators at the moment.
What?
The others did not have nearly as much trouble as this body.
What?
I am Unit 1N355A. You may call me Inessa. And I am here to save you all. And I think that is where we're going to call today's session.
Yay.
Oh my god. I love it.
Oh man, I love this Trash Fire friend group.
That's the truth.
It's pretty beautiful.
I'm
Beautiful
pretty sure
thing.
you knew what you were getting into when you asked us all to play.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I was very well aware of this group. I do play with some of you, all of you. I have played with all of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was episode 1. I hope you all enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
I'm okay. Double checking to make sure I turned off the robot voice. That'd be real funny.
Why? That's who you are now, Tommy.
Yeah, no, I mean, it'd be real funny if I did the whole thing like this.
You're disturbing me.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I love your characters.
Mhm.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that full session there. Yeah, outros are hard, Lauren. Outros are difficult. I appreciate so much more what you have to do.
Just smile and wave, boy.
And
smile and wave.
so yeah, why don't we go around the cast here? Plug ourselves and anything else you might be doing, and anything, any thoughts you might have had on the session. Let us go back the other way, starting with Allison.
That was a blast. I loved everything about it. I love all of these characters. I love the ways that they're coming together. I love this world and this story. And I love the fact that a sentient refrigerator called us to save it from raptors so that we could save the world. I didn't know how desperately I needed this story in my life, and now it's like all I can think about. I'm so excited to get together again next week and play. Tommy, thanks for having us, and thanks for all the work you put into preparing us and making it so easy for 4 newbies to play in the world. And Mal and Kiana and Lauren, thank you so much. You're so much fun to play with. I love getting to play with you all. I'm Allison. You can catch me on Twitter at Allison Robinson. Catch me here on Twitch at Allie's No Angel, and catch me tomorrow night in the wild and mysterious city of New Acadia over on Tales from the Grim in our Urban Shadows adventure, Bad Moon Rising, where I play a nun. What is it with me and straight edge characters? I'm not so sure.
No idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't aware until this session that Jen was very much straight edged. Like,
Oh yeah, she totally is. She totally is.
all right. Going to Kiana.
I don't know what I was expecting going in, but I love everything. Oh my robot Jesus is the funniest fucking shit I have ever heard. And I adore it. And I also love this very zany crew that we have here going on. No, works really well together, apparently, to defeat raptors and save refrigerators and trees. That's a thing we do. It's so cool. But yeah, until next time, you guys find me over on Twitter at KanaS. Best way to figure out what I'm doing. Go on the internet, doing streaming things and role-playing things and all that stuff, even just shouting into the void. I am in that Urban Shadows campaign, which is tomorrow. But the big thing I will plug is that this weekend, this upcoming weekend, we have a charity stream over on Salty Sweet Games. That's mine and Lauren's channel. We're doing a charity stream to benefit Abigail Lobsinger, who is a local girl who is fighting against childhood cancer. So we're doing a whole 12 hours of tabletop games, all sorts of fun stuff happening there with donation incentives, all that fun stuff. So come and hang out with us then. This week I will be posting all of the awesome shit that you can win. We've had some very generous sponsors and who are giving away prizes for this cause. So follow us on Salty Sweet Games on Twitch and Twitter to find out more. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, go check them out. Check out the charity stream. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Moving on to Mal.
Yes, this was great. I always enjoy playing with Kiana, and I really enjoyed being able to play with Lauren again because I got to guest in Wild Blue Yonder, and this time Tommy's the robot instead of me. And I'm super excited to have gotten to play with Allie because when I guested in May Black Roses Bloom, she wasn't in that episode, so I felt like I missed a little piece of the crew there. I didn't expect my character to be so sarcastic, but I probably should. That's my brand. I was really surprised I didn't get mauled by velociraptors, honestly. That was a terrible plan. Yeah. What was I thinking?
Just gotta, yeah, I mean, you gotta take those conditions. It was a very scary moment. That was a long drop.
It was. Yeah. Plus, velociraptors are scary.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Malhadale. You can find me every Tuesday at Scraticus Academy playing Call of Cthulhu in Twilight Sands. And I'll have some more news on other things for next season, hopefully coming soon. And you can find me at the charity stream for Salty Sweet Games, where I will be helping out literally all day. And I get to play in a game, too. It'll be awesome.
Nice. And, of course, our president, Salty Ginger, Lauren.
I'm a great leader. I think that's what we've all learned today, is that my leadership skills are unsurpassed. They're flawless, and we should all follow me and do whatever I say. I'm Lauren. I'm that Salty Ginger over on Twitter. And the things that I have for you to do that I am going to say are come watch Bad Moon Rising tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern on Tales from the Grim, because we're going to have 8 people and my brain's going to explode. And then the charity stream on July 6th, where we'll be doing all sorts of fun things all day and giving away awesome prizes for this great cause. That'll be on twitch.tv/Salty Sweet Games at 10 a.m. Eastern. That's when we'll start things up. So see you then.
Awesome. Yes. Go check out everything these amazing people do. It has been a lot of fun getting to DM for you all. I'm so glad. This is my first DM'd stream game that I've been like, that's been like this, right? Like I've DM'd like home games, but it's all been no camera or anything. So this has been a lot of fun, and I'm super looking forward to the next episode. I am Imperator Pengu on the Twitter sphere. I do tabletop RPG stuff across various channels, including also Bad Moon Rising tomorrow. Come check me out as I play my sweet but sad and angry wolf boy, whose ship
He's
is
so
getting
perfect,
close.
and I love him.
Whose ship is getting very close to midnight, I feel. Although that midnight brings a whole lot of other issues for my wolf boy. But yeah, I just want to check with the crew. We had Micah in chat wondering if it was okay if they could GIF some of the clips from this episode. Just want to check if you all were cool with that. Awesome, Micah, you have our permission. Let's see. I think that's about it. I think we're just gonna figure out who to raid. I think Pro Restarter is streaming right now. So we're gonna go raid them. What should the raid cry be? I don't have any icons, so.
Oh my robot Jesus!
Oh my
Yep,
robot
that's it.
Jesus. Is there any like in the general
Mr. Destructoid.
Mr.
That's the
Destructoid?
robot
There we
one.
go. There we go. So Mr. Destructoid. Oh my robot Jesus. I'm gonna post it here. That's gonna be our raid cry. Something like that. All right. So, with that said, whew. I don't have a good outro line like everyone else yet. So I'm just gonna say, have a great week.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
just because I want to catch it live on stream next week, Tommy. Next Sunday, episode 2 next Sunday.
Oh, I think so. Yes, we're gonna have to double check that. But pretty sure it's gonna be next Sunday. So, we will confirm that. I'll confirm that on my Twitter tonight. And yeah, I think my my leaving call is just have a good week, be kind, and have fun. And with that, we are going to go raid Pro. You all have a great rest of the day.